I, Marlin Chan, am going to attempt to draw my life. As all life starts out with my parents, they were young and in love in Cambodia until this communist guy named Pol Pot came and wanted to take over the whole country and kill anyone who was intelligent, wealthy, and or had any form of power. My dad was actually in the Air Force, and so he had to stay in Thailand or else he'd be killed. And my mom's dad would, or my grandpa would be what you would call here in the States like governor and or mayor. And so they made everyone march out of their houses in the middle of the night. They came and just took everything and told everyone to get out of their houses and just leave everything. And so my mom and her family had to leave their houses, and they forced my mom to work in these work camps where they didn't feed them very well and just made them work. My mom would unfortunately actually lose a daughter in the work camps because of malnutrition and the lack of food there. And so I would never actually get to meet her, but I've heard great things about her. After 3 years of forced labor, my mom and her family would finally escape in the night and walk 500 miles to the border of Thailand. From Thailand, they'd actually get a sponsorship and be able to come to America and start their new lives with no money and barely knowing the language. Fast forward a few more years, my parents still didn't know where each other were. My dad thought my mom was dead, and my mom thought she would never see him again because she was all the way in America. So at this point, they'd been separated for 18 years. My dad was in LA at the time, but my mom didn't know, and my mom was in Stockton, but my dad didn't. My mom knew my dad couldn't come back to get her in Cambodia because he was an Air Force pilot, and my dad thought she was dead because she was the governor's daughter. One day at work, one of my dad's friends from the Stockton area told him that my mom was still alive. So he literally dropped everything, whatever he was doing, and just left it and went right to Stockton to go and attempt to find my mom and reunite with her. Everything gets a lot more happier and less depressing and fun. So my dad and mom finally find each other, and they're like, oh my god, you're alive, yes, and they meet each other. And then they make me literally that same year. And they also make the newspaper after making me, and that's how I am a miracle baby. Long story short. So they named me Marlin Ramsey Chan, and I was born on October 7th. And literally, they were starting their lives with nothing. They started from the bottom. Start from the bottom. No, okay, bad joke. Anyways, my earliest memories of when I was little were literally in the hood. Like there's puppies and kids everywhere, and kids with guns, and in this apartment complex called Kentfield in Stockton, the #1 most miserable city. But with my parents' hard work, they would eventually work themselves out of the hood and go to like this semi-nice 2-story house, and then to where I live now in a nice gated community where the houses are bigger and it's a lot safer and there aren't any kids with guns and stuff. Anyways, during this time, I had my first love ever, and it was basketball. I played every single day in my backyard when I was little with my little hoop, and eventually as I got older, I'd play with my big hoop, and I practiced every single day, and I would own all my friends at school. I practiced so much, I rarely ever missed a shot, and I even eventually had a private coach who came to my house every week to help me with my shots, and I kept playing. And during this time, I was experimenting a lot with photography and just taking pictures of everything, from my families to flowers to my friends. I took so many pictures, my mom even stopped developing them. Around this time, in around 6th grade, I would get a hold of my dad's camera and record myself jumping off of stairs over and over again and playing it in reverse so I could feel cool, like I was going onto the stairs like a superhero, and this would be like my first taste of film. By 7th grade, I started to realize something. Everyone was taller than me. That's when all my insecurities started to hit, and I decided I couldn't play basketball anymore. I'm Asian, I'm short, I'm a loser, and there's no way I'd ever grow. I'd stay short forever. I gave up on my first love, which was basketball, and it sure bit me in the butt because in 10th grade I was 6 feet tall, and I just ended up playing other sports like cross country and wrestling, and I did a lot of grammar and video games and plays. I found I loved doing videos for my projects instead of boring PowerPoints. I didn't only like them, but my classes and teachers liked them too. Bored sophomore year, me and my cousins decided to make my first YouTube video in Seattle. It was called The Pillow Pet Murder. It got like 10 views, and then I realized I just liked making videos, so I tried to post as much as I could. Very few of my friends actually like making videos with me, so a lot of my early ones are just me being weird, I guess. Fast forward a few years and I would be starting college now, and I'd be 18. I was kind of sad my first year ending of college because I felt really unaccomplished and losery. Then one night I was watching YouTube when I hear about this awesome contest Ryan Higo was holding called Internet Icon. It was like American Idol for video makers. I remember getting so excited I made an entry video, and before I knew it I was on the top 10 in the nation. In this competition I'd meet some really awesome people who I considered still some of my very awesome internet friends, and we still text and communicate with each other to this day, which is awesome. I never would have thought I would have these kind of friends. But due to my inexperience I only got 8th place in the competition and it didn't last very long. I was super bummed at first, but you guys made me feel that much better by making me the fan favorite and show me so much love and support through comments. And my channel continued to grow even more than Kyle and Dayside's. Even though they stayed on way longer than me, my channel grew from 1,000 subscribers to 20,000 subscribers, and I couldn't thank you guys enough. Being on the first season of Internet Icon was like the best experience of my life thus far. Meeting the network and meeting all these people that I can now call my friends, it was just a great thing. I was so honored and grateful to meet all these people, you know, from Lana to the brothers to the Foo, and we just became this like tight-knit family afterward, and we just love each other. This experience really helped me connect with myself and reflect on my life and make me really realize what I wanted to do, and it was simple, just make people laugh or cry through the medium of film, and eventually make my parents' story into a movie. I hope you guys have learned from my 7th grade self, and I definitely have learned from my 7th grade self. I was going to work hard at this dream, and there were no more excuses, and it's going to get really cheesy now, and I don't like cheesy, but I don't want it to be cheesy. Oh god, it's getting cheesy. But I just think you guys should never give up on your dreams, and just do it, like Nike and stuffs. I hope you guys have better insight onto the summary version of my life now, and yeah. Marmar. Yes, that's a hair dryer. Yeah, it's drying. Yep. Oh. Rar. Oh crap. Wait. One more thing. I love you.